Have you ever wondered why, despite turning to Allah and putting your trust in Him, some things still don't go as planned? Maybe you prayed for a job you thought was perfect, or invested deeply in a relationship that suddenly fell apart. It's that frustrating feeling of watching your efforts slip away, leaving you questioning what went wrong. In those moments, it's easy to feel disheartened and ask, why is Allah allowing this to happen? But what if those disappointments are actually a sign of His protection, a way for Allah to shield you from something harmful you may not yet see? What if He's guiding you away from what isn't meant for you and towards something far better? In this video, we'll explore these setbacks from a new perspective. Stay with us to discover how Allah's care may be woven into even the most painful rejections. Understanding Allah's protection starts with recognizing that His wisdom is far beyond what we can grasp. The Quran reminds us that Allah is the all-knowing, the most wise, and that nothing happens without His will. Often we see only a small part of the bigger picture, and what feels like a setback may actually be Allah's way of protecting us from harm. Allah's protection is not just about physical safety. It extends to our emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. For instance, a failed relationship or a missed job opportunity may feel like a loss, but it could be a blessing in disguise, shielding us from unseen difficulties or guiding us toward a better path. In the Quran, Allah says, "Perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not." 2:2:16. This verse serves as a powerful reminder that Allah's plans are rooted in His wisdom. When we start to view our disappointments in this light, it opens our hearts to a deeper trust in Allah's plan. Instead of questioning why things didn't work out, we begin to find comfort in the knowledge that He is guiding us away from harm and toward what's best. There are often subtle signs that Allah is protecting us, and recognizing these signs can help us navigate life's challenges with a sense of peace. One common sign is when plans fall apart unexpectedly, even after we've done everything we could to make them work. Imagine working tirelessly toward a goal, only for things to collapse at the last moment. It's painful, but sometimes it's a way Allah uses to prevent something harmful from entering our lives. Another sign could be when a door that seemed so promising closes suddenly. Perhaps it was a job opportunity, a business deal, or even a relationship that you hoped would succeed. When these things don't work out despite your best intentions, it may be Allah redirecting you toward a better path. Rather than seeing it as a loss, consider it a form of divine intervention, protecting you from hardships that could have come from that path. Sometimes protection comes in the form of an inner feeling or intuition. Have you ever felt an inexplicable discomfort about a decision or a person, even though everything seemed perfect on the surface? This could be a sign from Allah, guiding you to reconsider or take caution. When we feel these internal signals, it's worth pausing to reflect and ask Allah for guidance. Each of these signs, failed plans, closed doors, and intuitive feelings, is an opportunity for us to remember that Allah's wisdom surrounds us in ways we may not immediately understand. Recognizing these signs allows us to face disappointments not with regret, but with gratitude, trusting that Allah is leading us away from harm. Trusting Allah's plan is essential, especially when life doesn't go the way we envisioned. Trust, or tawakkul, means believing that Allah knows what's best for us and that His plan is always for our ultimate good. This doesn't mean we won't face challenges or feel the pain of setbacks, but it reminds us to lean into our faith during those moments. Many of the prophets faced immense challenges and moments where their paths seemed uncertain. For example, Prophet Joseph, endured betrayal, imprisonment, and years of hardship. However, Each step of his journey was part of Allah's plan, eventually leading him to a position of honor and wisdom. His story is a powerful reminder that trusting Allah's plan, even in difficult times, brings peace and fulfillment. When we embrace tawakkul, we shift our perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles as mere setbacks, we recognize them as part of a greater journey. Trusting in Allah doesn't mean we ignore our responsibilities or avoid making an effort. Instead, it means we put forth our best efforts and then leave the results to Allah, knowing that whatever happens is part of His wisdom. In times of disappointment, remind yourself that Allah's plan is unfolding, even if we don't see it immediately. Learning to trust in Allah's wisdom and timing allows us to move forward with resilience, knowing we are under His protection. Each disappointment we face can be a moment of spiritual growth. When something doesn't go as planned, it's natural to feel discouraged, but it's also a chance to deepen our connection with Allah. Instead of viewing setbacks as losses, we can see them as opportunities to strengthen our faith and grow. One way to approach disappointment is by seeking comfort in prayer. Turning to Allah during tough times not only brings peace, but also reminds us of our reliance on Him. Through prayer, we can ask Allah to help us accept what we don't understand and to give us strength to move forward. Another approach is to reflect on what the situation is teaching us. Perhaps it's an invitation to examine our intentions, our goals, or our attachments. Sometimes, a failed plan helps us let go of what's not truly serving us, allowing us to focus on what brings us closer to Allah. Learning to see disappointments as growth opportunities gives us a sense of purpose, even in difficult times. It reminds us that every challenge has the potential to make us stronger, deepen our faith, and bring us closer to our Creator. Not every disappointment is a sign of divine protection. Sometimes it's simply a part of life's ups and downs. So, how can we tell when Allah is shielding us from harm versus when we're facing a common setback? One way to gain clarity is through introspection and prayer. By asking Allah for guidance and spending time in quiet reflection, we become more attuned to His signs. Another way is to consider the patterns around the setback. If a particular path repeatedly brings discomfort, obstacles, or doesn't feel right deep down, it may be a sign that Allah is guiding you away from it. Seeking advice from trusted, faith-centered friends or mentors can also provide valuable insights. Sometimes others can see aspects of our situation that we may miss. Remember, divine protection often comes with a sense of inner peace, even if the situation is challenging. Trusting your intuition alongside prayer and reflection can help you discern Allah's guidance. Often, the signs of Allah's protection reveal themselves not through obvious events, but in the subtle, personal reflections that come only after we've had time to process what happened. Take a moment to think back on a time when a disappointment or a closed door led you to feel lost or frustrated. Perhaps you didn't get a job you thought was ideal, or maybe a friendship or relationship you valued came to an unexpected end. In those initial moments, the pain may have felt overwhelming, leaving you questioning why things turned out that way. But as time passed, you may have noticed gradual shifts within yourself, small inner realizations that might not have been possible if that experience hadn't happened. Maybe you became more patient or more cautious with your choices. Perhaps you found yourself drawn to new paths or opportunities that you hadn't considered before. Or maybe you simply gained a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you and what doesn't. Sometimes these quiet realizations come unexpectedly when you're reflecting or talking with someone, and you suddenly see the situation in a new light. You might remember moments that seemed minor at the time, certain people you met, advice someone gave you, or decisions you made as a result of that initial disappointment. These are all the small, seemingly inconsequential shifts that shape your life path. It's through these moments of personal reflection that many begin to see Allah's hand gently steering them away from what may have been harmful or unsuitable, even if they didn't understand it at the time. These quiet realizations are unique to each person's journey, yet they show how Allah's care often unfolds gradually, revealing itself as we move forward and reflect on our experiences. Maintaining faith and patience during tough times can be challenging, but there are practical steps to help strengthen your connection with Allah. One helpful practice is to perform specific prayers like istikhara, seeking Allah's guidance in decision-making. This prayer is a way of asking Allah to lead us to what's best, giving us peace in His decision. Another tip is to keep a gratitude journal. Writing down things you're grateful for, even in difficult times, can shift your focus and help you see the blessings around you. It serves as a reminder of Allah's mercy and kindness, even when life feels challenging. Seeking support within the community can also be comforting. Speaking with others who share similar beliefs provides strength and reminds you that you're not alone. Regularly reading the Quran and reflecting on its teachings brings peace and helps maintain your connection with Allah. These small, consistent steps can help you face hardships with patience and resilience, knowing that Allah is guiding and protecting you. As we wrap up, remember that Allah's care is present in every corner of our lives, even when we can't see it clearly. Every closed door, missed opportunity, and unexpected setback could be a gentle reminder of His protection. Allah's wisdom is vast, and His plans are rooted in love and mercy for us. When life feels difficult, take a step back and try to see these challenges as a sign of Allah's guidance. Trust that He knows what's best, even when it's hard to understand. Your journey, with all its ups and downs, is part of a larger plan that ultimately brings you closer to Him. Hold on to hope, keep your faith strong, and continue moving forward, knowing that Allah is watching over you with infinite care. Let every setback remind you of His wisdom and protection, and trust that, in the end, everything will work out for your benefit. If you truly seek to feel the presence of Allah in every moment of your life, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and, most importantly, share it with others who needs to hear this message. By spreading this message, you are playing a role in guiding others toward Allah's light and mercy. Remember, the Prophet said, "The one who guides to something good is like the one who does it." So by sharing this, you are earning rewards and helping others draw closer to Allah.